Let's compare the open access and the subscription-based journal publishing models. One difference lies in who pays the cost of publishing a certain work. Subscription-based journals only provide access after readers have paid for it. You can purchase a single article or a subscription to a journal, for example. Universities often pay these fees to ensure that their researchers and students have access to the relevant journals. For everyone who is not affiliated with such an organization, the papers published in subscription-based journals are behind a paywall. So the general public, citizen scientists, journalists, teachers, other practitioners do not have access to scientific papers. Most of the time, publishing in a subscription-based journal is for free. In the open access model, scientific literature is digital and free of charge for the reader. Everyone who has access to the internet has access to the publication. To cover their cost for managing the review process, copy editing articles, indexing, archiving, etc., open access journals sometimes charge a fee, which is called the APC, the Article Processing Charge. Many open access journals, however, do not ask for such a fee, because, for example, a research department at a university runs the journal and pays the cost. Another difference between the open access model and subscription-based model lies in how the publication can be used. Traditionally, copyright was transferred to the publisher, and you needed to ask for permission if you want to translate it, copy it, text mine it, or use it as an educational purpose. In the open access model, publications are free of most copyright and licensing restrictions. Open access journals often use a Creative Commons license. Of course, there are different types of Creative Commons licenses, but most open articles can be used for all purposes, as long as the user attributes the work to the original author. The dominant licensing model in the scientific publishing is CC BY. This is a license where only attribution to the author is required when using this work. Now, if you think about the two differences between the open access and subscription-based models, you will find out that with a subscription-based model, both author and reader are harmed. First, because the reader has to pay the cost, and so the access to certain scientific knowledge is limited. And authors therefore have a smaller audience. Second, because the subscription-based model, the copyright is in the hand of the publisher. Therefore, authors are sometimes limited in the extent to which they can share their article with other people, such as fellow researchers, students, and practitioners, and need to ask for the publisher for permission. For most open access publications, these limitations do not exist.